Yes, I was voted most likely to succeed in my high school. I was actually valedictorian of my high school. I don't have a joke for that. It just doesn't do me any good if nobody knows about it. Not enough people. Yeah, not enough people in your adult life ask for your GPA, and that was disappointing to find out, to say the least. It's 4.2. Anyway, I'm so glad to be doing a show like in my bedroom.
Yes.
This is crazy. Yes, right? I feel so comfortable. This is where I've told my best dick jokes. My husband
Okay.
doesn't like them. I love that guy. I mean, you were talking about getting older. Both of you guys were talking about getting older. I feel the same. I'm 35 this year, and I recently had to give up frolicking. Yeah, it's just too dangerous. Too dangerous to frolic, you guys. Don't do it. That's how you break an ankle, okay? Watch your step. As you get older, you must watch your step. So I've stopped frolicking. Skipping is out, any freedom of movement, it really has to be controlled and purposeful now, and I'm trying to stick with that. I also get alopecia.
Oh.
Yes, but I get alopecia areata, which is where you get stressed and then just like a patch of hair falls out. So when I get really stressed, my body just like gets rid of hair.
Wow.
And you might be asking, like, what purpose does that serve? And the answer is nothing. The body is just doing that for no reason. I'm like, wait, we need that. Yes. Now I've got a hole in my hair. It's so sad. So sad. I work as a tour guide at Universal Studios. Yes, you guys know the Universal Studios from LA here, who's not? Yeah. So that's my day job. I work at a theme park. So I'm just happy to be here hanging out with people who aren't currently wearing wizard robes. That's refreshing for me. I love not knowing anybody's Hogwarts house. I'm tired of knowing, and I don't want to know anymore. It's over. Yes, Universal Studios, a theme park here in LA. There's often debate about what the theme is. Okay, what's the theme? What's the theme? Well, a lot of people think the theme is movies. That's a good guess, but I've worked there for a long time, so I know for a fact that the theme is poverty wages. And they're sticking to that theme. Yes, I get paid very little. Very little. We're very poor over at Universal Studios. But other than that, I don't mind being a tour guide at Universal. I don't mind working at Universal. I actually feel like I have a lot in common with the guests there at the park because, like, neither them or I want to be there. We all wish we were somewhere else. Specifically Disney. We all wish we were at Disney. I'm at least boy about it. They're the ones wearing Mickey Mouse ears on Jurassic World. They're delusional. Crazy how many people wear Disney merch at the park, and everybody looks so unhappy to be there. I have seen some of the most miserable looking people eating a churro. Have you seen that? Have you seen someone scowl while eating a churro? It's wrong. It honestly feels uncomfortable. I'm like, what happened? Did they forget to deep fry yours and roll it in cinnamon sugar? Like, it's a churro. Fix your face, sir. Oh. It can be stressful. I'm originally from Missouri. Anybody from the Midwest? Missouri puts the mid in Midwest. It really does. It's there's not a lot going on. Not a lot going on. And the last time I lived there, I was in high school, right? So a lot of people will be traveling, like comedians on tour. They'll be like, I'm going to Missouri. What's the best thing to do in Missouri? And I'm like, I don't know. Prom, maybe dinner, then prom. That's really the best thing to do there. Can't think of anything else, honestly. Can't think of anything else. But prom was pretty great. But we're not here to talk about prom. Well, kind of. We're here to talk about love. And I'm in love, you guys. Good thing, too, because I been still in love. Yes. But I just got married recently, actually. I not too long ago, I got back from my Thank you. I got back from Greece. We went to Greece for our honeymoon. Yes, we spent 2 weeks, just him and I, alone in Greece. So when I got back, I was happy to be speaking to literally anyone else. 2 weeks is a long time to hang out with one person. I love my husband. We have great conversations. We really, really do. We have great conversations, but we don't have 2 full weeks worth of good conversations, you know? By week 2, we started to run dry. I started to just start fights. We'd have something to talk about. We'd be like by a beach in Greece, Santorini, drinking a cocktail. He'd be like, what should we talk about? I'd be like, I don't know. Let's talk about how you undermine my intelligence in front of your friends. He's like, great. And then we can talk about how you refuse to apologize when you're in the wrong. And I was like, awesome. Now we have something to talk about. And that lasted us at least 2 full days. We didn't have any more conversations, but we had plenty of arguments left. So that's something to remember for you guys when you go on your but I loved it. Thank you. I got married at 34, which is a little old for a bride. I know that's not the case in LA. Like, that's pretty young for a bride in LA, but where I'm from, Missouri, right? That's pretty old for a bride. In Missouri, they call that a geriatric wedding. They do. They worry about you when you walk down the aisle. They're afraid you're going to break a hip. You know, they have to get rid of the tripping. So sad. In Missouri, people get married right after prom. That's the trajectory, right? It's like, take your SATs, go to prom, get married. That's the lineup. And the only difference between people's prom photos and their wedding photos in Missouri is that they clearly got a better venue for the prom. Been to a lot of proms in Hilton ballrooms and a lot of weddings in community centers. But that's cool. I love a community center wedding. I really do. I love a community center. There's something very magical about dancing the YMCA at a YMCA. Have you tried that? Have you done that? It's an experience you can only get at a white person wedding, you know? That's a unique experience. So you should try that sometime. We didn't get married at a YMCA. We got married out in LA. And LA is expensive no matter where you get married. And we've been together for so long. Like, this year, we're going to be together for 9 years. And we always wanted to get married. I know, right? We always knew we wanted to get married, but we didn't want to get married if we couldn't afford the type of wedding that we wanted to have. You know, we wanted to be able to have a wedding where we actually had as many people as we really wanted there and have a celebration. So we really only had 2 options. It was either wait to get married or ask my parents for money. And we didn't want to do that. So we decided it would be best if we just waited until we were ready to ask my parents for money. And the time came and the wedding was beautiful thanks to Daddy. So give it up for my dad. He made dreams come true because we would have never been able to do it without him. It would have ended up being a courthouse wedding, but you know, we did our best. I was really happy to get married for many reasons, mostly because I love my husband, I guess, but also because I thought the ring would make old guys stop hitting on me. Did it work? No, it never works. Old men are relentless. Old men are confident and relentless. It's wild. Okay, I'll give you an example. So a few months ago, I had this thing happen at work. Okay, I'll tell you, I made a mistake. I accidentally started a conversation with a man. First mistake. Don't do it. Don't try it. I started a conversation with a man because I was trying to be friendly. We were hanging out at work. And I said, you know, hey, what's your New Year's resolution? And he said, my New Year's resolution is to break up your marriage.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, weird. My New Year's resolution was to get to know my HR representatives. Ellie will be hearing about this. She will hear about this. I thought that was wild. I was like, I can't believe that you said that. And you're crazy if you think you're going to break up my marriage. I can say with certainty that no one is going to break up my marriage. And I know that sounds naive, but I know for a fact no one is going to break us up, because I know with 100% certainty that my husband and I are going to slowly drift apart over time. True. We're going to slowly lose interest in each other's interests. We stop and our children beg us to divorce. Okay? Just like my parents. Okay? And I'll be damned if some man at work is going to take that future away from me. So back off. When I got engaged to my husband, my current husband, it was not the first time I got engaged.
Oh.
I got engaged in Missouri when I was 17, right after prom.
Oh,
You're
wow.
supposed to, okay? So this was my first love. His name was Corey. When we got together, he had just joined the military. And I don't know if you know about the military, but, about 4 months into our relationship, he had to go to basic training, right? Which is like several months away, separated from me. Then when he got back from basic training, he immediately proposed. Proposed. But what he said was pretty romantic. He was like, Alex, I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do since the moment I found out about the military marriage pay increase. Would you marry me and make me slightly more money every month? And I didn't know what to say. It was all so set up so beautifully. See, he had proposed to me in his bedroom. Yeah, he would have proposed somewhere nicer, but his parents were in the kitchen. So we had to do the bedroom, and we were going to sleep. I had taken off my makeup. I was going to bed. There was an episode of The Office playing softly in the background. Everything was just Dwight, Just Dwight. And he asked me, he popped the question, and I said yes, but I was kind of put on the spot. Like, I wish I had had time to think about it. I wish we would have slept on it. I mean, we were right there. We could have slept on it, but instead I just said yes, because I didn't want him to break up with me. So I said yes, but I said with a caveat, like, I only want to get married after college. So I said yes, I put on his hand-me-down ring, and I spent 4 years of college engaged to be married. But don't feel bad for me, okay? Don't feel bad. I actually liked being engaged in college. I really did, because it's a lot, right? We're all learning, we're growing, there's a lot to focus on. So with dating kind of like off the table for me, because I was taken, dating was off the table, it allowed me to focus on things that were really important, like being a tease. And I was very good at being a tease. Very, very good. I never cheated on my fiance in college, but I did push the boundaries of typical male platonic friendships. I'm still trying to figure out what's the appropriate amount of lap sitting amongst friends. Lots of lap sitting. I'll say I am glad that I am out of the dating pool now. I'm so glad. I did not like it. And it's just getting weirder and weirder. Like, now everybody is on apps, and now there's AI, like throw AI into the mix, right?
Yeah. 1 minute.
Wild. Yes. 1 minute. So I actually just saw this app, which you guys might've seen. It advertised to me. It's an app where you can take a picture of someone and then a picture of yourself, and it will AI generate a video of those two people making out. Have you seen this? This is where AI is going. Full dystopia. Okay. But I have to live on the planet. And I'm trying to look on the bright side. So I was like, well, maybe this is good. Like maybe there will be something good that came out of it. Like maybe the incels can use this, technology to see a video of them making out with somebody and it will like, I don't know, cure them a little bit, make them feel better about themselves so they don't lash out. But then I was like, no, that's obviously never going to work. The incels are never going to settle for that. AI can only go so far. Nothing's going to ever be able to replace real sexual assault. They're going to have to. And so sad. Okay, I'll give it back to your host, Grace. Thank you guys so much. It was so much fun.
Thank you so much, Alex. Give it up for Alex. Woo! Yay!